guys, Phoenix here, and today we're going to be building Ghost Rider. As you can see from behind me in the pixel art over there. Oops, I'm too close to the mic. I think there's a Ghost Rider. Yeah, it's really loud. And we're going to go over the colors if I can figure out how to change my camera. There we go. So first off, we're going to be choosing the colors, which in the PC version, the white wool is just called wool. So we're just going to use wool, light gray wool, orange stained clay, yellow stained clay, yellow wool, black wool, gray wool, light blue stained clay, and cyan stained clay. So all your bars should be full. And get out, you're ruining the shot. Just get out of here. Okay. Yeah, see, he knows who's boss. And for this pixel art, as you can see over there, the chain is a little bit elevated. So if you're building this, please do not start it flat on the ground. Start about 5 in the air, or if you're doing it flat, you don't need to start. But there's going to be a little bit of space underneath where I'm starting, because I start at the feet where the chain will be. So you want to put them 5 in the air or even more. I don't really care, but it should be 5 or more in the air. Anyways, what we're going to do is start first off with the black wool. So let me get up in the air. Oops. And oh my goodness, I can't even get up in the air. This is why I play on the Xbox, guys. I'm a noob. So we're going to knock out these blocks, and we're going to start with just one single piece of black wool floating in the air. And that's going to be the start of our Ghost Rider. And this pixel art is going to be pretty lengthy, even though it's like kind of small. It's a lot of detail. So I'll just go over it slowly and we'll get there. So anyways, from this single, we're going to go up and to the right. 2 flat. Yeah, 2 vertical. I'm messing up already. So it looks like this. And from the top block and that 2 vertical, we're just going to put 1 to the right and complete this R shape. Then from this new block, this one floating by itself, on the right side, we're going to put 3 going above it. 1, 2, 3. And on the 2 top blocks, so these newly placed ones, we're going to put 1 to the left of the first one and 1 to the right of the second one. So it should look like this now. The first one in the 3 vertically placed gets left alone. And now we're going to set up a little bit for when we want to do the chain later. We're going to get, is that dark gray? Yeah. Wait, is it dark gray? See, guys, you guys got me messed up. I need to figure out, is this clay? I think this is the cyan stained clay. Yeah. You guys are trying to confuse me. So we're going to switch to cyan stained clay. And to the left of this, you see we have this 2 flat now at the top. We're going to put 1 cyan stained clay. And to the left of this 2 flat down here, the second one in the row, we're going to put 2 cyan stained clay going to the left, just like that. And that's going to start off our chain for when we want to get to it later. We don't want to start it right now. We want to finish more of the legs and stuff. But when I tell you to come back here, you'll at least have a marker to know where we're supposed to be at. Just scroll back over to your black wool. And we're going to go up from here. Whoops. From here, this block on the right that's hanging by itself. We're going to next add 5 blocks going above it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it should be 6 in total since we already started with 1. And then the 3 top blocks are going to get 1 to the right of each of them. So these 3 on the top, 1, 2, 3, just get 1 to the right of them. Just easy peasy like that. And the weather's messed up again. Let me just set the time back too while I'm at it. Anyways, from those new 3s we just placed, what we're going to do is we're going to go above it. So we're actually going to go above it 4 more now, which is kind of weird because we were just working with 3s, but let's just add 4 to the top. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And then from those 4 newly placed ones, we're going to put 1 to the right of each of them. So just have this now. But from those 4, we're going to go to the second ones from the bottom. So these right here, and the ones all the way at the top. So we put a marker on these. And on the left side of it, we're going to put 1 black wool. And that's it for the bottom part. And on the top part, on the right side of it, we're going to put 1 black wool as well. But of course, as you know, it doesn't end there, because we still have to get up onto the jeans or whatever. I call them jeans. I think they're like leather pants because he's Ghost Rider. These 2 at the top right corner, so just make sure you can see them. We're going to go above those 2 more pieces of black wool. So 1, 2, 1, 2. So we just added another brick on top of it pretty much. And then to start the belt, we're going to go to this top right corner right here of what we just placed. Switch over to your black wool, and on top of it, we're going to put 2 black wool going to the right, just like this. And one of them should be hanging off the edge by itself. We're then going to put a cyan stained clay. switch over to your black wool again, and from there we're going to put 7 pieces of black wool going to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And from the final block in that 7, we're just going to put 1 below it. Hopefully I counted everything correctly, because I know I have like the blueprint over here to look at, but it's just keep running back and forth. It'll be kind of annoying. So hopefully I said everything correctly. I think I did. Anyways, from this one single block, we're going to go down and to the right, 6 vertical. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're then going to go down and to the left, 3 vertical. So placement block, 1, 2, 3. Down and to the left, 4 vertical. So placement block, 1, 2, 3, 4. And now we're going to flatten out for the shoes. So from the bottom block in the 4 vertical right here, we're going to go down and to the right, 2 flat. Down and to the right, 1 single. And now both his shoes are kind of flattened out, but we don't have the inner detail of the shoes done. So let's go and delete the placement blocks, and we'll start doing that next. So for the inner detail of the shoes, we're going to switch over to light gray wool and go back to our original starting point over here, this bottom block where we had the 1 black wool. To the right of it, we're going to put 2 light gray wools, 1, 2, then a cyan stained clay, then a black wool again. So you should have this. From that black wool, we're going to put 3 more on top of it. So 1, 2, 3. Sorry about the weird edit in the video. If that happens, it's probably Fraps is lagging, and I'm just fixing it by re-uploading it. So from the 4 vertical right there, we're going to up and to the right, 2 vertical, 2 times in a row. So 1, 2, that's 1, 1, 2, that's 2. Then we're going to go up and to the right, 1 single, and we're getting towards like the crotch area of his pants, so it's going to flatten out soon. So after that single, we're going to up and to the right, 2 vertical, 2 times in a row again. So that's 1, here's 2. So it looks like this. We have 2, 2, 1, 2, 2. And from the top block in the second 2 vertical right here, all the way at the top, all we're going to do is add 4 pieces of black wool to the right of it. 1, 2, 3, 4. And there's a whole bunch of stuff we need to do with it. First, from the first block in the 4 vertical, we're going to put 2 above it. And actually every block in the 4 vertical, we're going to put 2 above it. So just put a layer above it and then a layer above it again. Then below the first block, we're going to do nothing. So let's put a marker just to show we're doing nothing. From the 3 now, you see how we have this first one ignored. From this one, the third one, all the way on the right side, we're going to go and add an extra 3 to the bottom. So 1, 2, 3. Then this one to the left of it, we're going to make it meet up. Oh my goodness, did it just turn night and weather just mess up all at once? That's kind of annoying. There we go. From the one next to it, we're going to add an extra 3. And then once it's even, we're going to come down another 5 blocks. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And for the final column now, we're just going to add 11 going straight down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And as you can see, it's even with the other side of the shoe. And that's the bottom half of his body. And it only took us 20 minutes. No, I'm just kidding. So we're going to switch over to the light gray wool. Yes, light gray wool. We're going to fill in the light gray parts because everything else is going to be cyan once we fill in the light gray parts. So first, we're going to go to underneath this cyan stained clay right here and put another cyan underneath it. Then we're going to switch to our light gray wool and put 3 going below it. So 1, 2, 3. Then we're going to go down to the left, 2 vertical pieces of light gray wool, like so. So this is what you should have. And then from the top, 2 light gray wools and this 3 vertical right here. So I put a marker on them. We're going to put 1 to the right of each of them. And we're done with the left leg. So let's move over to the right leg now. For the right leg, where we have this 6 vertical, the 4 in the middle are going to get 1 light gray wool to the left of them. So the top and bottom one get ignored. And just the 4 middle blocks get 1 light gray wool to the left. As you can see, there's 1 space at the top, 1 space at the bottom. Shifting down to the 3 vertical we have right here, the 2 bottom ones are going to get 1 to the left of them now, just like that, and the top block gets ignored. And then we're going to shift down to the 4 vertical we have right here and have the same structure. The 3 bottom blocks get 1 to the left of them, and the top one gets nothing. Now, if you want to fill it in now, everything right here is going to be cyan stained clay. So everything around it's going to be cyan stained. You don't have to fill it in now. We're going to move on. and hopefully you guys are able to catch up. You can just pause it while you fill in. It doesn't really matter. We'll do the chain and stuff last. Let's move on to the other part of the jeans though, or the leather suit. So what we're going to do is we're going to start on this row right here, and we're just going to add 12 flat blocks going to the right. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12. So as you can see, 2 of them are floating over here by themselves with nothing to do. And then we're going to reset by going all the way to the left side again. And from there, we're going to go above it and put 2 black wools going to the left, starting from above that block. So as you can see, we put 1 above it and 1 to the left to create the 2 flat. Then we're going to switch to our cyan and put 3 flat cyans going to the right, 1 2 3. And on the middle cyan block right here, we're going to put 1 above it. So it looks like this, like a Tetris piece. Now from there, we're going to put a light gray wool to the right of those 3 flats, like so. Then switch back over to your black wool, which is what we've been setting up. So we can add 7, I think it is 7. Let me see. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. It's actually 8. 8 flat going to the right. You should have 1 dangling off by itself when you're done. That's how your little indicator. And it should be 8 long, then 1 light gray, 3 cyan, and then 2 blacks. So we should have this so far. And now we're going to start building more of the inner jacket frame. So for the jacket frame, what I'm going to do is we're going to go to the left side of it first. And from these 2 flats right here, we're going to put 3 above each of them. So 1 2 3 1 2 3. That's what we have so far. Now from the first set of 3 right next to this cyan, we're going to put 1 black wool, as you can see, then another one on top of that. So what you should have should look like this. It looks kind of even, as you can see. There's 4 right here, 4 right there, and then 2 in the center, but it's not going to be even for long. After that, what we're going to do is go to the 2 top black wools right here, and to the left of them, we're going to put 2 black wools to the left of each of them. So 1 2 1 2. You can knock out the placement blocks now. This is branching off into his shoulder a little bit, but there's so much more detail to put in. So what we're going to do is go down to left from here. From here, 1 single first, setting up his hand. Then on the top block, we're going to go up and to the left from there. So this top block, we're going to up and to the left, 2 vertical, 1 2. Now from this 4 we have right here, 1 2 3 4, we're going to go to the 2 center blocks. And above those 2 center blocks, we're going to put 3 above the first one. So the one on the left, we're going to put 3 going straight up, 1 2 3. And the one on the right, the second one, we're going to put 2 going straight up, 1 2. Now this just looks like a mess, but as we put in more of the black wool, you'll see where the detail is supposed to come in. So going to where we have the 3 vertical, we're going to go to the top block, and to the left of it, we're going to put 1. Then on the right side, we're going to the top block on the middle one right here, or the top block on the right side. I don't really know what to call it. And we're going to put 1 to the right there. We're then going to go down and to the right, 3 flat. So put your placement block down to the right, 3 flat, 1 2 3. From the 3rd block in that 3 flat, we're going to put 1 below it and 3 above it, 1 2 3. Now from the block below it, what we're going to do is go down and to the right, 2 vertical, and it should meet up with what we already had at a diagonal, which it does. As you can see, there's a diagonal right there. But we're not done here yet. You see where we have this 3 flat right here, the first block above it, so this one right here. We're going to go to the right of that block, 2 black wools, so flat. Then above that, we're going to move 1 up to this second to last block right here. We're going to put 1 to the left there. And now moving up to the top block, this right here, we're going to do something to the left and the right. On the left side, we're going to put 1, then go up and to the left 1, like so. And on the right side, we're going to add 4 flats going to the right, 1 2 3 4. From the end of those 4, we're going to go up and to the right, 1 single. And this shapes out the flames that will start his head. It looks kind of confusing, but you can see it from over there. And we're done with that for now. There's more detail to add in below here, but we'll get to that when we do the right side more. Let's continue on the left side though. We don't want to get distracted. So continuing on the left side, we're going to continue from this single right here first. From this single, we're going to go down to the left, 2 flat. So placement block, 1, 2, and then touch what we had at diagonal, which is okay. We're going to go above the block on the left right here, and we're going to put 7 pieces of black wool going to the left. So starting from this block right here, we're going to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now from that 7, we're going to start from the right side of it, and we're going to just move along it till we reach the left and do something with each of the blocks. So for the first block, we're going to do nothing. The second, so let's mark it, second, third, and fourth block, we're going to put 1 above each of them. So 1, 2, 3. Then you can delete those placement blocks. So second, third, and fourth block, but also on the fourth block, we're going to put 1 below it, and it should touch what we already had at a diagonal. As you can see, it touched the 2 flat that was here at a diagonal. So second block had 1 above it, third block had 1 above it, and fourth block had 1 above it and 1 below it. Okay. Moving on to fifth block now. Fifth block over here is going to have 1 below it as well. And actually, it's going to have more than 1 below it, but we're going to get to that in a second. I just want to... Actually, no, we'll do that right now so that we don't lose track of it. So fifth block, we're going to put 3 blocks going straight down below it. 1, 2, 3. And as you can see, it met up with what we already had here waiting. And it touched it on the top block and the 2 vertical. So we had these 2 verticals. That's what I'm talking about. Sixth block is going to have nothing going on with it. Seventh block is going to have 1 above it. And that's that. Well, this looks so confusing right now, but it's okay, guys. The detail will come in a second, and you'll see what I'm doing, and then you'll be like, oh, that's Ghost Rider. Okay? Anyways, what we're going to do is, from the block right here that we brought down, let me see if I can fix the time. Is that why it looks kind of dark? There, yeah, it looked a little bit dark. So from the 7th block, we can shape the hand. So we're going to go to the top block and the 7th block, and we're going to go up and to the left, 3 flat. 1, 2, 3. Then the 3rd block, so this one on the left, we're going to put 1 below it. Then we're going to go down and to the left, 3 vertical. 1, 2, 3. Down and to the right, 1 single. Down and to the right, 2 flat. 1, 2. And from each of these blocks in the 2 flat, we're going to put 1 below each of them. And we're not working with the 2 ones on the bottom anymore. We're just going to work with the ones on the top right here. We'll finish that up. So from the ones on the top right here, we're going to actually, I don't want to put in the hand color yet. Sorry about that, guys. I was going to color in the hands, but I think you guys want to color in the hands with the chain. So instead, what we're going to do is go to the bottom row, which I just said we weren't going to work with, and we're going to add 1 to the right. So let me show you how it looks. There we have this shape now. Now from that bottom one, we're going to complete the hand by going up and to the right from this block, 1 single. And it should touch what we already had waiting at a diagonal, and that completes the shape. And we can also start some of the chain stuff now, but I'm not going to do the chain yet. Now going back to this 3 flat right here, we're going to go to the middle block. And below it, we're going to put 3 going straight down. 1, 2, 3. From that 3, we're going to go to the middle and bottom block. And we're going to use that to go to the right side of it and put 3 going straight down again. 1, 2, 3. And it should look like this. And I will be starting the chain and stuff soon if you guys want. But instead I want to finish the jacket completely before I start coloring in the chain and everything. And we could time lapse that and then get onto the head. Or I can do the head. No, we're going to time lapse it. See, I'm really indecisive, guys. Sorry. So this is what it should look like on the left side. It looks really messy, but we're going to get to the right side soon enough. And do I have the right color for this? I think it's light blue stained clay I use, right? Yeah, light blue stained clay. That's okay. So we're going to start the right side. So moving on to the right side, we're going to ignore all that mess over there. We're going to go to where we have this, I think it's 6 flat. Right here in the center of his head, kind of. And we have the 1 singles above each of the sides. So on the right side of the 6 flat right here, kind of like how we have the 2 below it right here on the ends, we're going to put 2 below it on these ends, so it's symmetrical. Then on the right block and the 2 we just placed, we're going to go below it and put 2 going to the right, 1, 2, like that. So it's touching right below it. And then from that right block and what we just placed, which it should be lined up as well with the single above it, as you can see, it's lined up with that single. We're gonna bring this one down. Whoops. So we're gonna go down from this one until we touch the belts. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 more until it touch the belt. And from the 2 bottom blocks into 4, so these 2, we're gonna put 1 to the right of each of them. And we're gonna ignore the 2 top ones. There's nothing going on with those. Now, from the 2 on the right we just placed, these 2 verticals that were just on the right that we just created, we're gonna go up and to the right. From the top one, 3 vertical. 1, 2, 3. And from the bottom block in the 3 vertical, we're gonna put a marker on it. And the top block, we're gonna put a marker on it. First, from the top block, we're gonna put an extra 2 on top of it to start the arm. And the reason I didn't add this on, like I didn't say 5 vertical, is because the arm is a separate part, so kind of want to start it differently. So from these newly placed 2 verticals, we're gonna put 1 to the left of each of them, like that. And then we're gonna go below it before we start the rest of the arm and finish up this part. So we'll get rid of this yellow right here by going down and to the right, 2 vertical. So placement block, oops, I keep messing up. Placement block, 1, 2. So your Ghost Rider should look like this so far. Alright, from there we're going to start the arm next, which for the arm, all we're going to do is go over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Sorry. 7 to the right of this little chunk we just created right now. So let me show you where the chunk is. We're going to go 7 blocks to the right of each of those. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then the next one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then you can delete the placement blocks because they're just there for show. And I think I deleted a block again, which is starting to annoy me because I hate the PC. Whew, okay. From the 7 now, we're going to go to this bottom right corner right here and work with that. We're going to go down and to the right, 3 flat. 1, 2, 3. Then the 3rd block right here, we're going to go above it and put 3 going to the right. 1, 2, 3 again. Then we're going to do that a 3rd time. So above the 3rd block right here and put 3 going to the right. 1, 2, 3. So you should have something that looks like this. Look kind of like a staircase. And here's where it gets a bit fun. We're going to go up and to the right, 1 single. Then above that single, we're going to put 16 flat going to the left. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. All right, I can't see the colors anymore. I'm not playing PC anymore, guys. Seriously, this is the last time I'm playing PC. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. And as you can see, there's like this 1 gap space right here between it and that black wool. That's how you know you did it correctly. And that's his arm that's pointing out, as you can see in the 2nd pixel art over there. But we are missing a piece right now. On these extensions of his arm right here, this lower half, we're going to go to the last 3 blocks in it, so these 3, and put 1 above each of them to close off the jacket sleeve. Voila. So I actually decided that I'm going to do this pixel art into 2 parts. It's not going to be long, like a long wait, just like how, you know, the bigger pixel arts take. But I did decide I'm going to split this into 2 parts because I do have things to do and I have to make another video for tomorrow. So might as well split it into 2 parts and take my time. So hopefully you guys did enjoy, and I know a lot of you guys have school, so you won't be able to finish the entire video today. So hopefully you guys are okay with the wait. I'll be having the other part posted as soon as possible. I think it's almost done as well. So hopefully you guys did enjoy. This is Phoenix, and as always, I'll see you guys later. Bye.